All right, folks, I think we're live. Getting the word out about the stream. We got 2 today. Pretty crazy. So we have here right now for this one, Prairie Pirates and I'm So Humble. My audio rigged properly. Okay. And it looks like we actually are live now. I'm not sure how long we've been live. YouTube sometimes takes a bit. All right. So this is Top 16 Prairie Pirates, friend of the channel, helps stream a lot of these games, and he's actually made the top cut for the first time. He's playing Sabine here, taking on I'm So Humble, playing Boba Yellow. 2 old, boring decks, but 2 good players, so we'll see how it goes. Yeah. I think everything is right. Oh, I'm showing the bracket on screen. Let's go and do that. I think they're still getting set up, so we got a bit of time to talk about the lists. That is not the right Sabine list. Okay, so this is I'm So Humble's list. It's Boba Yellow. He's got some interesting cards in there. He's got 3 Boba's Armor main deck. That's not exactly mainstream. He's on 2 Toro Calican. That's becoming more and more mainstream. He's on the Forlom and Zuckuss main, 2 of each. No Lurking Tie Phantoms. Looks like in either the main or the board. That's interesting. He's got a Shoot First main and a Hotshot DL44. Rest of that stuff looks pretty standard. This is Prairie's deck. I think they might be. Oh, where they need me to do something. All right. They're rolling off. So this is Prairie's list. It's pretty standard. I don't see. Ketsu's kind of a bit weird, but not out of the ordinary. Everything else is like a pretty standard Sabine list. So let's go and get into the game. This is a pretty strong hand for Prairie Pirates here. He's got a lot of things he can do here. Looks like his line is Batmarine into either Wing Leader or Cassian, both of which are pretty strong. Also look a pretty interesting hand here on I'm So Humble side. I'm not sure who won the die roll, so I don't know who's going first. Okay, it looks like I'm So Humble's going first. That actually puts him at a big advantage into this, because he can, if he wants, he can kill that Battlefield Marine with the Viper just by claiming. And that prevents the Wing Leader from coming down. And he's seen the hand, so he knows about the Wing Leader. So I think he is probably going to do that. Cassian is not a terrible play. So it's not the worst situation for Prairie Pirates here. And, but it's not ideal. Oh, he resources the Cassian, which means he's going to have to go for A-Wing here, or just straight play the Wing Leader. Or hope that Humble lets that Batmarine live. Ooh, he might be letting it happen. All right, no, he doesn't. He doesn't. No. Oh, he put his sideboard in the discard. So, I mean, A-Wing can come out here, and, you know, I mean, you want to be playing 3s, but A-Wing's not bad. Crafty Smuggler, not amazing here, but not horrible. Prairie can play the Wing Leader next round, either on the A-Wing or on Sabine, and he has the initiative. So let's see. Ooh, he did draw 4, so he's gonna have to choose between that and the K2. I do think Fleet Lieutenant is the weakest card in his hand here. Forlom and Zuckuss in hand for ImSoHumble. That could be pretty big. Forlom doesn't really have a good target here that he can kill while surviving. And oh, it looks like the K2 is resourced, and he's going for A-Wing instead of Wing Leader. I guess like he wants to play around like waylays and stuff. Which is wise. Like this is like the mono deck. You should worry about that. But that Fleet Lieutenant gives Forlom the perfect thing to hit into. And again, he readies a resource with Boba, so we can play the Greedo out too. Humble's actually, I mean, he's taking some damage, but he's in a good position overall. And he's going to be able to ambush this Zuckuss into the Sabine next round. That's pretty strong. Prairie draws all the Wing Leaders. They're just going to make great discard fodder for Poe. And this is the 5 resource turn, so Poe can come down here. And there is the Zuck. Coming down, whacking Sabine. Takes 2 back. But now he's just a 7/7 monster. Let's see. Like, is he just going to straight play Poe? Or is he going to ECL it? He is going to ECL it. That allows him to, he could ambush over. So I guess what he could do, or I was thinking, you know, he can only use each ability once. I was thinking he could ambush. He could like discard. Okay, so he's going to discard here to take out Forlom. And then he's going to discard again to defeat the shield. And he's going to run over the Greedo. Okay. And Greedo triggers here. And he misses. All right. If he had hit, he would have been able to kill it with the Crafty Smuggler. Zuckuss is just like a kind of a big threat here, but Wrecker coming down can just clear it next turn. So Prairie's not in a horrible position. But this is the point of the game in which this Boba deck really starts to go off. Fire Spray starts to become a threat next turn. He doesn't have any in hand, but you draw 2 cards around in this game. Boba clears the Poe. Bodhi comes down. Can't discard the Wrecker, but this is a massive units coming down here. Remember that Prairie does have the Cassian in the resource row from earlier, so even if he loses all his cards, he's still not completely out of plays. And Cunning there for Humble. That's big. So here comes the Wrecker. Boom. I discard that. Activate Defender, blow up the Zuck. So he can go, yeah, Spacer, exhaust that. Then he can go like Cunning and probably like discard the last card, buff the Crafty Smuggler so the Crafty can just take out Wrecker and then hit base for 7. Yep, so he does go for the discard, and Oh, it looks like he's just buffing Boba, and he's gonna go everything into base, or he's thinking about it. I mean, going everything into base is not bad here. It looks like he is just gonna buff Boba. Go, that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 into base. That might actually just be the right play here. Prairie's on death's door now. Honorable sacrifice. He can do. Let's see. He can do, or it's heroic sacrifice. People were getting on me for calling it the wrong name. It's the Destiny card that has that art on it is called Honorable Sacrifice, which is why I always mix them up. So you can do 9 to base with Wrecker here. +3 from, that's 12. He's not quite there. If he like draws for a cause, he has a chance. All right, so he's just gonna go into Boba here. That's 8 to base. Ooh, he draws an Echo Base Defender. That might actually keep him in the game. That's a big draw. Oh no. No, he doesn't. He's one action behind because now the Cartel Spacer does it. Yeah. Wow. All right. Good game. That was very close. I'm so humble. Taking the first one. Let's go and examine these the sideboards while we're waiting for game 2. So Prairie's got he's got Fang Fighters, Wolves, Timely Intervention, and Rule with Respect. Rule with Respect might be like for this matchup. I could see Rule with Respect coming in here. Let me just refresh on what the actual text of that card is, because I always forget the exact specific thing it does. A friendly unit captures each enemy non-leader unit that attacked your base this phase. Okay. So it could theoretically be like a board wipe later in the game. I don't know. I doubt we'll see wolves coming in because there's no healing, and because it dies to Crafty Smuggler. Timely Intervention is a maybe. Fang Fighter is probably a no. Although maybe like with 3 copies of Boba's armor in the main, maybe he does bring those in. I'm so humble. He's got 3 Bazines. Maybe that comes in. Relentless Pursuit, No Good to Be Dead. I imagine we'll see No Good to Be Dead come in to potentially like stop insane damage from Darksaber. Maybe brings in Waylay to deal with like wing leaders and stuff. He's got one in the board main already. I imagine those confiscates are coming in for the Darksaber. And it looks like I hear shuffling. So we're going into game 2, folks. That's a rough hand for Prairie here, but you can go like double Spec Force turn 1. That's not terrible. He doesn't have a turn 2 play, so he's gonna have to draw one here. But into Viper Probe Droid, double Spec Force Soldier is a pretty good open. Does put him down on cards, but sometimes things are worth that. All right, and he does draw something that he can play this turn. In that A-Wing. Both games, though, he's missed the curve on turn 2, which does hurt Sabine. Goes on, just trades one of them. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to go for... Yeah, he's going to go for the 7th fleet. And that makes the A-Wing not great. But you probably just play it anyway, because there's no point in not. I mean, you want to at least block the hit. All right, Hotshot DL44. Keep that in mind that that's in the resource row for later. And we're on turn 4. He's got... Oh, did he just resource for a cause instead of Rebel Assault there? I'm not sure if that's right. All right. He's got to choose again between Fleet Lieutenant and K2. Goes for the fleet. PrairiePirates is actually... He's actually getting a decent amount of damage in here. Rebel Assault and K2 scene. Sabine is going to flip here. So Sabine flips, and I think she's just going to get hit with no going to be dead. Yep. Prairie takes initiative, and now I guess he's glad he kept that Rebel Assault. It's going to be pretty good here. And Darksaber coming down. All right, that's a good one. I mean, I think it feels like you want to be greedy and play it on one of these units, but you know there's so much bounce that you might want to just play it on Sabine and wait to use it next turn. If he does play it, he's going to get wrecked by this cunning. Oh, and he does play it. It does feel a bit bad bouncing a Fleet Lieutenant that can come out on play and deal you much, but it's so worth it if you're getting rid of... Oh, is he just going to exhaust both of them? I guess he was like exhaust both, buff Viper, and then Viper trade into Fleet Lieutenant. I mean, that's a way of dealing with it that doesn't... You're basically trading 4 damage for the Fleet Lieutenant out of hand. And I guess you save 2 from the Spec Force hit. I'm not sure what he's waiting on here. If you're gonna... Yeah, he takes out the fleet here. Boba gets that resource back. Now he can flip Boba, play the armor, or just play Surprise Strike. Goes for just the Surprise Strike, and I guess he'll be able to reset and play the armor on the back end. Yep, that's totally correct. He draws the second armor. K2 and Cassian, not horrible here. But just, okay, just for hypothetical, imagine if Prairie had played Rebel Assault last turn. He would have had 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more damage on the base. And he would have been able to play the Darksaber on Sabine. That would have survived a hit from that Viper. He still technically could have gotten it clear, but would have taken a lot more out of him. So always be mindful of what your opponent might have. All right, goes for the Rebel Assault here. And Hotshot coming out of the resource row. That's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 attack. And I think that might be it. Wing Leader comes down. Or, with ECL. Gives 2 experience to someone, but ImSoHumble just claims, and that's going to be it. All right, good game. Congratulations. ImSoHumble for taking it down here in the top 16. We do have a second game, but it's scheduled for 2 o'clock Pacific, so in a while. This one sort of wrapped up early. And it's the second game will be on. It'll be on this channel, but it'll be a different video, just so that I have them separate and people aren't having to comb through the VOD to find the game they want to watch. But that game is going to be Cody F13 versus Voltor from the Swoop Racers channel. Cody's on Sabine, and Voltor's on the new Han green. Okay. There we go. So here's what the bracket looks like. Jax and Zazzle are playing. I think they have their game scheduled. I think it's tomorrow. When is that? It's scheduled, right? All right, yeah, they're playing tomorrow at 9 p.m. Pacific. All right, and someone will get that. It'll either be me or Prairie here. But yeah, I don't believe we have the other 2 games scheduled. Yeah, I don't think either of them are scheduled. Avastator, and you can call me Al. Avastator's playing the only blue-green villain deck, which I think is just a crazy archetype, and you should all be playing it right now. I think Kira's better than Krennic, but Krennic's the only representation we have here. Going up against our defending champion, you can call me Al on the Sabine, the same thing you won with last month. And then we have the Han Yellow Mirror. Rebel Resource finally branching out, not playing Sabine Yellow. Yeah, I don't want to like vamp for 20 minutes while we wait for the next game. So, I'm going to go and end the stream. The next one will be live in about 20 minutes. On this channel, it'll be at a different link though, and it's already scheduled, so you can just go onto the channel and find it. It'll say Cody F13 versus Voltor. Just go and wait, and I'll see you guys later. And always remember to take the initiative.